Hey everybody, welcome to LifeMission Church. It is so good to see you guys again. And listen, thank you so much for being with us. If you look on the calendar, I know you might be like, is today Wednesday or Friday or Thursday? Oh, it's probably Saturday or Sunday, by the way. But hey, if you look at the calendar, it's a brand new month. It's the month of May. And by the way, guess what we do on the first of every month? We celebrate birthdays.
Happy birthday!
So if you have a birthday in the month of May, I want you to raise your hand. I want you to go, yeah, that's me, that's me, that's me. Yeah. Yes. And you, yes? Okay, your dog. Yeah, hi. But hey, happy birthday in the month of May. Oh, and May is my mom's birthday. Hi, Mom. Happy birthday. Hey, so join me and let's have a happy birthday celebration for everyone. Are you ready? Sing real loud so they hear you, like your neighbors, or go, huh? What's going on out there? Are you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you and you and you and you. Roof, roof, roof. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mom. Hey, happy birthday, guys. All right, everybody, if you are just joining us for the first time, right around this time is something we like to call game time. Okay, so for game time for today, here's what we're going to do. I need everyone to pay attention to the screen and hang tight with me. We're gonna show you different things and you have to choose. Now, if you were given the opportunity to have whatever you wanted, what would you choose? Would you choose maybe I want a Ferrari Lamborghini boat limo thing? Or I want to be able to play football like Patrick Mahomes, baseball like Mike Trout, basketball like LeBron James? Like, what would you want? I mean, anything. Man, that'd be so cool. Like, I might ask, can you help me with my math homework? Maybe I could do good at math or that. But hey, what if you had the opportunity to have whatever you wanted? We're going to do that by playing a game of Would You Rather. You'll have a choice of one thing or the other, and let's see which one you pick. Hey everybody, we're just getting ready to go into worship, but I wanted to say one thing to you. If you didn't hear our thing about why do we worship, and we played that last week, make sure that you listen to that. It's actually right here. If you're looking on the website, it's right underneath this video. Or if you're watching this on Facebook, you can look in the videos as well, because I really want to make sure that you understand why we worship. So I really encourage you there at home, jump around, move your arms, stand still if you want, sing, but being part of worship. Thanks, guys.
Feel the wonder, say his name, watch the darkness slip away, put your power on display, say goodbye to fear and shame. We won't stop coming after you, we won't move until you move. Come and do what only you can do, come and do what only you can do. We won't stop coming after you, we won't move until you move. Come and do what only you can do, come and do what only you can do.
Water, I won't go under, I won't drown. And when I'm in over my head, I know that you won't let me down. And when I'm broken and down to nothing, I know that you are always up to something good. Valley, you go before me, you are here. For I know you'll never leave me, your love surrounds me, I won't fear. When I'm broken
Hey everybody, it's a brand new month, and with the new month we have a new memory verse. And our memory verse for this month is James 1 verse 5. James 1 verse 5 says this: if any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. Well, hey, let me read that again, okay? If any of you, that means you and your little brother, and your mom and dad, okay, lacks wisdom, I do sometimes a lot, you should ask God, okay, who gives generously to all, like generously, when you wanted, like, can I have a piece of gum or a little piece of candy, and you thought you were gonna get one, and it just pours all over? Think of it like that. Okay, who gives generously to all without finding fault. I don't know about you, but have you ever had someone say, that's your fault? Or you had to say, yeah, I'm sorry, that's my fault. I shouldn't have done that, or I did that. Now, here's one thing I want to tell you about that, is if I give you something, here, I'm gonna, this is my Bible, I take care of it, I like it, and I'm gonna give this to you. Take it. I'm giving this to you. I'm giving you something. Will you take it, please? You see, a gift, if it's given, it also has to be received. And we can give all kinds of things. And God is so gracious. And just like he said there in James 1:5, is that God wants to give generously. But we have to receive it. You know, when they throw the football, Patrick Mahomes throws it like 50 yards, and they're running down the field. Well, what if he's running down the field, and here comes the ball, and it's right in front of him, and he just goes, what's going to happen? You know what? He didn't receive it. Even though it was given to him, he didn't receive it. And the same thing, we want to receive God's wisdom. We want to receive so much. But when it comes to wisdom, it's something that we have to reach your hands out and receive. As a matter of fact, would you do it with me? Yeah, and your mom and dad could do it. Put your hands out like you're a football player. Now, some of you might be like, well, you got to catch it this way or that way. Anyway, just put your hands out. Think like Patrick Mahomes is throwing it really far for you. Okay, you can run like this. And then receive. And then one thing about a receiver is if you reach out and you catch the ball, you bring it in. Have you noticed that? You bring it in. Because if you hold it out here like this, you could fumble it and drop it. But if you bring it in and hold it close to your heart, odds are of you dropping it won't happen as much. Now, at the beginning, we talked about making a decision. We kind of had some fun in our game, talking about would you rather pick this or would you rather pick that? And we're going to talk about today about someone in the Bible who actually had that opportunity. Now, I don't know about you, but I would probably be like, if I had that, wow, I would be the tallest, the strongest, the smartest, the richest person there is. Well, here's the thing. How do you get wisdom? What do you think is how we get wisdom? Well, you know, we can get wisdom several different ways. One, and the first one, and one we're going to really focus on today, is that we can ask God. That we can ask God for wisdom. As a matter of fact, that's our memory verse for this month. So let's get into it about a man who had to make a choice and chose wisdom. So I'm going to be reading to you 1 Kings chapter 3, 4 through 13. And by the way, the king, it's now Solomon. David, his dad, was the king and all that stuff, but now his son, Solomon, is the king. Okay? Here we go. So the king went to Gibeon to offer sacrifices, for that was the most important high place. And Solomon offered 1,000 burnt offerings on that altar. Hold up. Wait a minute. All the altar and the highest place and okay. See, here's the thing. in the Old Testament, before Jesus came, because when Jesus came and he died for us, everything changed. But back then, it was different. And so you would offer a sacrifice. And he was so diligent and made sure that he did that he did it 1,000 times. Okay, let's keep going. At Gibeon, the Lord, God, the Lord, appeared to Solomon during the night in a dream, and God said,
"Ask for anything you want, and I will give it to you."
Okay, I gotta talk about this. Can you imagine being able to go into the store and just get anything you want, or go where and get anything? Man. So Solomon answered God, and he said, "You have shown great kindness to your servant, my father David, because he was faithful to you and righteous and upright in heart. You have continued this great kindness to him and have given him a son, me, to sit on a throne this very day." Now wait a minute. Don't you remember that God said, "Hey, I'll give you whatever you want"? Did he rattle off all this stuff? No. Do you notice what he started with? Thankfulness. Throughout God's words, it talks about enter his courts with thanksgiving and praise, from starting out prayer and thanks, that even Solomon started out in thanks and like, "Man, thank you for what you've done for my dad. Man, how you've done that. You put me here. Man, I am so thankful. Now, Lord my God, you have made your servant king in place of my father David." Remember Solomon, that's David's son. "But I am only a little child and do not know how to carry out my duties." But what's interesting, if you look, is that he is humble. He is going to God and saying, "Hey, I need your help. I don't know how to do everything." Let's keep going. "Your servant is here among the people you have chosen, a great people, too numerous to count or number. So give your servant a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong. For who is able to govern this great people of yours?" Did you hear what did you hear? He asked. He said, "Can I have a discerning heart, and I want to be able to distinguish between right and wrong." The Lord was pleased that Solomon had asked for this. So God said to him, "Since you have asked for this, and not for long life or wealth for yourself, nor have you asked for your enemies or anything else, but you have asked for discernment in administering justice, helping people decide things, I will do what you have asked. I will give you a wise and discerning heart, so that there will never have been anyone like you, nor will there ever be." He had the opportunity to ask for anything. And if you listen, it didn't say, "Hey, you can have anything of these 3 things that you want." But he asked for a discerning heart and the ability to distinguish between right and wrong. And because of his heart and where his heart was, that God was able to give that to him and even more. And Solomon to this day is considered one of the wisest people ever. See these? These are my gloves. These are my actual real gloves that I wear all the time. Look, they're kind of stained. This got stuff on it. This got stuff on it. But hang with me, I want to show you something. See, I learned a while back that I need to wear gloves. Now, if you don't know this about me, I love to work on go-karts and mini bikes and little engines and weld and do different things. Well, I learned the hard way, and I cut my finger open. And I finally have learned that, you know what, you need to wear gloves. And if you look at my gloves, you might not be able to see it, but there's a hole right here. Or here on the end where I was cutting and grinding something and it got right on the end of the glove. But you know what? My hands, they're okay. And why are they okay? Because I wore the gloves. I use that protection. In the same way, that's what we can have with wisdom. See, wisdom comes from God. And we can ask God for wisdom. But just like gloves and being smart and using those, we have to choose that once we get God's wisdom, that we make sure we put it on and we use it. We get the right to choose. Are we gonna use that wisdom to protect ourselves? Or are we gonna use that wisdom and think, nah, I'm good, and then we end up getting hurt and doing the wrong thing? So as we talk about wisdom this month, I really, really want you to really take a moment and to think about how you can actually apply that to your life. And if it helps you, get a pair of gloves and have some gloves that you could sit and see. Because whatever we can do to apply wisdom to our life will make a world of difference.